I'm at my happy place and I'm about to show you something and see what you see. Okay? Watch this with me. I'm at a track meet right now and I'm watching the boys 200 and I love it. I love every second of watching these athletes run. Now, why do I love it? I coached track and field for about 15 years. Altogether, I coached track and field for about 20 years. And if you saw the beginning of this video and you're catching it, I'm going to ask you this. What did you see? See, you might have saw athletes running. I saw athletes running, but what I also saw is toes facing down, tight hands, bodies leaning backward, knees not high enough. All the mechanics of performance is what my eye sees. See, the more that I continue to work with authors, one of the number one thing that I notice is how my eye still looks for performance. If you are out to have results because, then it really is a function of performance. And so took my wife down the street. She's like, I'm going to go work out. I'm like, hey, there's a track meet. I want to go watch a track meet. I miss being here. This is my second home that I loved. I competed myself. But what I really want you to get from this short, important message that I have for you is it's not just the posting. The posting absolutely matters. It's not just the crafting. The crafting absolutely matters, but it's the performance. So as you watch them, I see hands high, I see arms out, I see determination, I see discipline, I see people staying in their lanes, I see heels going up farther than the knees go out in front of them. I see people who haven't worked on their stamina not being able to finish a race. These are all the functions of your performance. Once you get your book or your talk or whatever your IP is and however you're going to deliver it, you have to be able to deliver it sustainably with no loss of power, with no distractions. Like for the moment right there, I just got distraction because I saw this kid walk by me. He's looking at me like, why is this guy talking? Because I'm going live from a track meet. Because for me, as a performance coach, you have to have a process. Your process represents the promise that you're out to give people. And then it's all about performance. And the better you get at being able to perform and tell people what your promise is and how your process gets them from point A to point B, the better you can articulate that, the more that you have them viscerally feel, visually feel like I could do this, I can get there, the higher the likelihood that they're going to hire you as somebody that can help them with the solutions that your book, your talk, your IP says that you're able to provide. So I know this isn't where most people are going to show up, especially if they're working with authors. The publishers are going to talk to editors, and I've done that too. I'm going to move out back to the sun here. It's just really bright. You need the editing. You need a great book. You need a solid book, right? Like a really reliably solid book. But what you need to do, especially now in the age of AI, is you've got to be able to outperform every single other author in your space with how well you're going to show up and post, how well you're going to show up and satisfy the know, like, and trust factor, which means how many times you're going to show up, how clearly is your message going to be, how clearly you can articulate the mission that you have. Those are all functions of performance. And for me, this is where I learned it. It's not only where I learned it as a Division I decathlete, as a high school track and field athlete, it's where I learned it to be able to break it down, take what I learned as a classroom teacher, and then support authors to create the courses, the curriculums, the weekend retreats, the master classes, so then they could teach it and have success performing it. So I hope this makes a difference for you. There's so many different ways I could say it, and I could go on, but performance is simply this: practice. showing up in practice, putting in the reps, mastering the technique, right? Like right here, kid on the left, hands too low. Let's see who else I could spot really quick. Most of them were leaning forward. Those are the boys varsity, so they should be better. But that's what I see. I immediately was able to spot my athletes and be like, this is what we have to do to be able to improve your technique. So I hope this makes a difference to you. If you're wondering, what do I got to do to improve my, not book sales. I don't want to say book sales because book sales, that's a whole other monster. I'm about program sales. I'm about delivering a process. I'm about making sure that you are able to do what you said you were going to do, which is your promise, and have that show up in people's lives. And it's not telling them, read my book, listen to my podcast. It's you being able to take that expertise and to move them from the ahas that they're going to experience into the actual application of what you said they need to do. So that's the difference. Your book gives them the ahas. This is where they apply it and they find success with it. You got to create your domain of performance for your clients to find success. And for me, I'm going to make sure you got a promise, you have a process, you got a platform, and you show up to practice so that you can be great with your performance. So a different message for you today. I'm loving it here in Southern California. I'm here in Long Beach, California, Wilson High School, and I'm going to show you one last race as this last group of boys come by. And most importantly, whatever it is that you're working on, show up, practice, 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 because there's nothing better than winning whatever you put yourself out to compete in. So play that game. Go out and win. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.